What's up? Welcome to the College Investor Audio Show. We're so glad you're hanging out with us today as we take a look at this article, 62 Lawmakers Demand Education Department Act on Student Loan Default Crisis. We will get to that in just a second, but a quick reminder, anytime you hear us talking about something on the podcast, there's an article right along with it that you can dive deeper, get the links and the resources and everything you want to know at thecollegeinvestor.com. Also, like and follow and click all those social media buttons you do. You can find us pretty much wherever you are and connect with us at The College Investor. Search for those words and you'll find us. All right, 62 lawmakers, members of Congress, demanding the Department of Education act before millions of borrowers fall into default. And they want answers by June 22nd. So there's this June 7th letter you can read. We have a link to it inside this article on collegeinvestor.com, led by Senators Elizabeth Warren, Jeff Merkley, along with Representatives Ayanna Pressley, Andre Carson. They all warn Education Secretary Linda McMahon that the U.S. is facing, quote, the largest student loan default and delinquency crisis on record. This comes as the entire student loan system is a-changin' on July 1st, from new repayment plans, loan caps, and borrowers in the SAVE plan being forced to leave forbearance. We got all the links and all the articles on that at collegeinvestor.com as well. All right, here's why it matters. The lawmakers argue the administration's policies are driving the crisis and that the financial damage is spreading well beyond student loan borrowers and even into credit markets, housing, and household budgets. It is something that we should probably point out that this is primarily coming from one side of the aisle, which is normal. Anytime we talk about politics, am I right? Starting July 1st, federal loan servicers will begin sending 90-day notices to roughly 7 million borrowers stuck in the SAVE forbearance. Borrowers who don't pick a new plan get moved into the standard or tiered standard plan, which will most likely raise monthly payments by hundreds of dollars. By the numbers, close to 9 million borrowers are already in default, up from like 5 million last summer, according to a February analysis by the Century Foundation and Protect Borrowers. Now, of those, 3.6 million defaulted during the administration's first year, or roughly 1 every 9 seconds in 2025. 1 in 4 borrowers with payments due is delinquent, 25%. So the other 75% of those who slid from delinquency into default had never defaulted before. Like around 2 million borrowers saw their credit scores fall by an average of 100 points in 2025. When collections fully resume, Moody's Analytics estimates more than $30 billion could be seized from paychecks, Social Security checks, tax refunds, etc. by the end of 2027. Here's what they're asking. The coalition laid out 5 steps for the Department of Education to take immediately. Cancel debt for borrowers who already qualify under existing programs, including IDR forgiveness, total and permanent disability discharge, closed school discharge, borrower defense, and of course, public service loan forgiveness. Rehire fired federal student aid staff. The letter notes ED cut 653 FSA employees, more than 40% of the office that manages loans and oversees servicers. Clear the backlog of income-driven repayment applications. Enroll all 7.5 million SAVE borrowers in the lowest cost plan available to them if they don't choose one. Okay, still, just pick one. Keep the pause on forced collections, end the agreement handing default collections to the Treasury Department, and create an interest-free default prevention forbearance. That's kind of a lot, but the lawmakers asked McMahon to respond in writing by June 22nd of 2026. All right, now let's connect the dots for you. This is the second time in 8 months that a Democratic coalition has pressed ED on the default cliff. The pressure tracks a transition the College Investor has covered pretty closely. The SAVE plan was permanently blocked by court order, and its forbearance is set to end this fall. That was a long forbearance, by the way. I'm just like, when do people have to pay their stuff back? I don't know. As we've reported, borrowers leaving SAVE can move to IBR or to the new repayment assistance plan launching July 1st. While The PAYE and ICR are scheduled to disappear by mid-2028 under the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, narrowing the menu of affordable options. However, there are options, and there is plenty of time to make a decision, and we will help you wherever you are in your journey on this. You can go to thecollegeinvestor.com, find all the articles associated with it and all the things you need to do, but you can also just ask us the questions because we are human beings. We are not AI, and we will accurately point you in the right direction, give you all the steps you need to make a sound financial decision for you and your family as everything switches over, coming up here in just a few weeks on July 1st. Please check us out at The College Investor. Type in those words. We will help you make the right decision so you don't have to worry about anything we talked about today. Like, none of this matters to you if you just pick a different plan. That's it. That's all you got to do. All right. So anyway, that is our show for today. I'm sorry, just a tiny rant there, but it's true. This is easy. We can make it easy for you. Like, follow, subscribe, all the things on social media. Type in The College Investor and you'll find us. Thank you so much for dropping by today, and we'll talk to you again real soon.